Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to Wrath of the Lich King Classic and the Joyous Journey on our Shaman. We are back in Stonetalon today. We're heading to the north. We're going to go up into the Alliance/Night Elf area. We have Cenarius' Legacy, which is a kill quest. We have Jin Zil's Forest Magic, which is a collection quest from the creatures around that area. And is that all we have up there? Yeah, that's all we have up there. We also have Gorenzo's Mechanical Arm to get, and the option to take on Blood Fury Ripper, which used to be an elite, which I'm pretty sure here in Wrath of the Lich King is not an elite, so we should be able to take that on. But let's do all this stuff first. This stuff is all pretty close to going gray, especially the level 25 quest here. And I don't think a lot of the enemies are going to be worth kill experience, which is kind of good because we don't really want to level again until we turn these in. So yeah, hopefully that all works out and we get full quest credit for the majority of these quests. And then I think after we're done in Stonetalon, the next logical step is to head into Thousand Needles. We do have the first part of our air totem quest waiting there for us. I'm not in a big hurry. That sometimes annoys people when I play a shaman. I'm never really in a big hurry to run off and do the class quest. I would much rather do it naturally if we're going to be in that area eventually and just kind of hold off until then. Whatever we did here on this character in the past, back in BC when we originally leveled it, we didn't do the Gaia Seed quest up here, and I kind of wonder why. I might have to go back and check out some of those old videos and just see the leveling path that we took. Sometimes I find areas that we haven't been in, which surprise me. Like, it's surprising that we hadn't been to Thousand Needles at all. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see, to remind myself of exactly what we did. And I know some of you guys who were watching the hardcore Horde playthroughs are kind of disappointed that we're back doing Horde stuff again in Wrath, but we're going to be out of the zones that we're familiar with pretty quick. Once we clear up Thousand Needles, we're going to be off to Stranglethorn, and we haven't gotten a character to Stranglethorn in hardcore yet, so we have not been in Stranglethorn in a while. Oh, these are the coursers we need. Yeah, I don't know why, when I think about a courser, I don't think about these elk or whatever they're supposed to be. Let's start fighting them down here. Yeah, they're not worth any kill XP, but the side effect of that is that they're going to be really easy to take out, and we're not really going to have to stop a lot between pulls. We need 30 of them. It looks like they are capable of dropping multiples, so that's good. A few people pointed out that I did not talk about the WoW token stuff in the video that I put out the other day. I knew about the WoW token then. I just didn't really want to open that can of worms in the same video, as I was already complaining about everything else that was going on with the Joyous Journeys and all that jazz. Obviously, you know, I hate the WoW token. I don't think there should be any way for people to take real life money and purchase gold in a game. And that's it. That's really, like, that is my belief. I don't think a person should be able to take their real life money and purchase currency inside of an MMO. If it's a single player game, then I don't give a shit. Spend as much money as you want on cool stuff for your single player game. I can't be bothered to care. But if it's an MMO, no, absolutely not. And, you know, Blizzard's answer is that this is the only way they can combat gold sellers, farmers, bots, etc. And yeah, I believe it is the only way they can combat it. It's important to listen to the words that people use, especially when they're making public statements. The statement, "this is the only way we can combat this," is not the same thing as "this is the only way this could be combated." Those are two different statements. And they said one and not the other. They said that this is the only way they can combat it. Ultimately, that's a choice. When you choose to sell the gold instead of letting it be sold by an outside party, Yeah, that's definitely going to be better for you, the company, the entity. It's not necessarily going to be better for players. And then if you read their official statement, they say some pretty contradictory things. The first thing they say to justify putting the WoW token into the game is they claim that gold buying is so prevalent and such a bad problem that they can't control it by the conventional means they've been using, and so thus they are forced to put the WoW token into the game. Later in the same statement, they say, the average player in Wrath of the Lich King will feel no pressure to purchase a WoW token to support their weekly or daily activities. The average player, by definition, would be most players, right? That's average. Average encompasses what is the majority. So in the first statement, they say that gold buying is so prevalent and such an issue that they have to put this into the game. They don't have a choice. And then later they say, well, we don't, not enough people actually buy it as average players that we think it'll make any difference. How the F can both of those statements be true? And why didn't an actual PR person or editor read that email or that blue post and say, hey, this shit contradicts itself? Because it's really blatant. And yeah, when you are trying to skirt around the actual truth, when you're trying to present facts that actually hide a truth, yeah, you're going to say contradictory stuff. It's absolutely inevitable. It's like when you're lying a lot, you're going to get caught in the lie. It's the same thing when you're obfuscating reality and you're literally trying to gaslight people into believing that there is no way that bots and gold sellers could be combated. Bots and gold sellers can be combated. Does it take a shit ton of labor, effort, systems that might not exist yet? Yeah. You might have to build some AI systems that don't exist yet. You might have to hire a workforce of hundreds of people. You might have to work night and day to get it done. Don't effing tell me that it can't be done. Admit that it's not cost effective for you, Blizzard, Activision, to do it. Because anything is possible, man. Think about the age we live in. Think about all the AIs that are coming into existence. Think about it. Do not try to make people believe that something isn't possible. Be more transparent with the fact that it's not something you're going to do because you've done the cost analysis and the benefit analysis, and it's not going to be worth it to employ hundreds of people. It's not going to be worth it to develop new technologies to combat botting and gold selling. What is going to be worth it is when you bank that fat cash from all those whales that want to plop down hundreds of dollars a week for gold. That's what's going to be worth it. Let's be real. If you don't think that they're making decisions based on how much money they stand to gain, then you are living in a delusion. You're living in a delusion, and you need to wake up. A corporation, by definition, is an entity that promises to make its shareholders a profit. That is the one driving goal that runs every single publicly traded corporation. They make their shareholders money. Every decision they do has to be bent to this by definition. So if you're one of those people, you want to sit there and say, well, they can't beat the bots. They said that there's nothing that can be done. They're telling us the truth. They have to sell the WoW token, and I'm okay with it. You can be okay with it. But don't get confused. Just because Blizzard doesn't want to, can't with their willingness take care of the bot problem, doesn't mean it can't be done. And also, they are the only people that stand to profit by this course of action that they've taken. The average player, like they said, doesn't stand to gain anything. Because they said the average player will feel no compulsion to buy gold to support their daily activity, weekly activity in Wrath of the Lich King, because in Wrath of the Lich King they've determined that gold is prevalent enough through normal play. You guys can read the statement for yourself. You can see the contradictions for yourself. Check it out. And yeah, I think that's really, I think I've said my whole piece about it. Feel free to hit up the comments section and feed the algorithm if you don't think I'm right. And also, by the way, saying that you're okay with it is not an argument for it being okay. You can be okay with it. We have to be okay with it. It's going to exist. And yeah, you know, with everything in Wrath being a GDKP run, it's like, you know, people are just going to buy their progression. They're going to buy their progression just like they do in retail, because that's the game that Blizzard's made. And to some extent, that's the way they want people to interact with the game, because if it wasn't how they wanted people to interact with the game, they would literally do what I said. They'd hire the people, develop the tech, develop the processes, and they would get rid of gold sellers, and they'd get rid of bots. And yeah, to some extent, like, you can't change human behavior. You're never going to be able to get rid of people's desire, some people's desire, to purchase gold for real life money. What you can do is, when you catch them, you punish the living out of them, and you ban that account forever. It's gone. Bye. And that would prevent, you know, a lot of people from saying, do I want to try to buy this illegal gold from this marketplace here? If they knew that if they were found out, that they would lose their account forever. You know, ban the IP. Ban the IP. Take the most severe, drastic measure you can against, firstly, people who are purchasing gold and using it in-game. While you're going after the people who are botting it, farming it, etc., you also need to punish the behavior, because that's the only way you change human behavior, is with rewards and punishments. Especially when it comes to stuff like this. Alright, well, let's just deal with these guys. I'm like skirting around these guys like we're playing hardcore, and it's not necessary. We can literally get in here and just rip them up. If I want to lay down a Stoneclaw totem for this guy, I definitely can do that. Anyway, that's the end of the rant today. I don't think we need to talk about it anymore. I think that's good. And then the last thing is, somebody in Discord mentioned that, you know, this is a good reason to keep... Basically, we're glad that they don't have the auction house enabled in vanilla hardcore, right? Because as long as we can't use the auction house in vanilla hardcore, that keeps the token out of the game. And yeah, and I guess we have to worry about that at this point. When does the token get put into Classic Era? Does it get put in Classic Plus? When they start making new content? Is that when they come to us and they say, well, we've decided that people make enough gold, and that so it's okay for us to, for real life money, sell people with the most real life money gold in the game too? When is that when it happens? Does it happen during Classic Plus? When we're all super happy and excited to finally get Classic Plus, is that when they put the WoW token into Classic Era? That would be something that they would do. You know, make you really, really happy, and then just drive the knife right into your heart. We'll see. Since I just said that, of course, that can't happen now, you know? Like, I love that when Wind Fury procs, and especially, I guess, while Flurry is going, we just delete mobs, especially when they're green or gray, they're just gone. They're at full health 1 minute and they're gone the next. How must that be in PvP? In PvP, if you hit somebody with a Wind Fury proc, ugh, that must feel really bad as the person getting hit. One moment you're fine, the next minute you are not doing good. It's interesting. Some of these slimes do not drop the items we need. Oh, we got the Fade Dragon Scale right away. I think they must have really increased the drop rates up here because you used to have to farm this one for a while to get everything. Alright, we're actually done with the kill quest, and now we're just looking for the sap. We need whiskers and sap, and that's it. So the whiskers are coming from cats. We haven't run into any of the cats yet. Maybe the cats are here to the north. Yeah, I think that's what it is. deleted. Well, see, the whiskers were kind of a low drop rate still. Still need one more. And I think we've taken out the majority of the cats up here. A couple of them over here we did not skin. Yeah, that's every cat. Let's do another run through here, and then we might have to head down to the south to check on the sap and see if some of them have respawned. Because, yeah, the feline population here we have just decimated. And it's probably going to take a minute for them to come back up. Yeah, seeing as how, you know, we're like one of the only people here in the entire zone. That's not much better. Yeah, like 7 of us. Yeah, you know. 7 of us. Oh boy. There we go. That's all the whiskers we need. We need 2 more Stonetalon sap. I take back everything I said about them increasing the drop rate. For some reason, that dude had 3 lesser healing potions in him. I mean, that's not very useful to us at this point, but that's funny anyway. Like, who has 3 lesser healing potions on them? What kind of mob does that? It's kind of sus. It felt like he must have just eaten a hardcore character, you know, to have so many potions in him. Well, that guy had 2 mana potions. Maybe potions are just like a common drop for the sap beast. I'd love to, like, an add-on that you can hover over the mob and then press an alt key or something, and you can get their potential loot pool, like the things that they could drop and the probabilities listed out. I think that would be really cool. If we're talking about like add-ons, that would be neat to have. Just like, boom, I hover over, I hold alt, the tooltip comes up, and it just tells me everything the mob could drop and the likelihood of it. Okay, we are done up here. We can go ahead and hearth back. Oh, let's go ahead and skin. And then we'll hearth back to Sunrock Retreat. From there, we can go into the... I think we'll do the Charred Veil first, and then we'll get Gorenzo's Mechanical Arm. And then eventually we'll make the run out to the little troll village and get that one turned in as well. We have to be careful with that. No, that one's level 26, so we should be okay. Even if we ding once more, which I don't think we're going to, we should be fine.
Glory to the Sindorai.
Yeah, that was only 1300. What level is this one? Level 29. That is... well, I guess I don't know where that is. I thought it was back here somewhere. Or Danis's head. Apparently, one of the eldest sons of the forest, they spirited him away from the peak before I could find it, but his time runs short. A crossroads at the top of a great tree in Ashenvale. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll hang on to that one. Because we'll be doing some stuff in Ashenvale, I think. I think we'll get to some stuff in Ashenvale. That being said, if we level a lot in Thousand Needles, maybe not, because yeah, we're gonna get to like level 33 and level 34 pretty quickly, and I want to take that time to go into Stranglethorn because there's so much we can do in Stranglethorn. Especially with Joyous Journeys, a lot of it all opens up to us together because of how quickly we're leveling, getting ahead of the curve. So yeah, that's where I really want to be, because there's just going to be so much to do in one area. And things elsewhere, like stuff in Ashenvale, it's going to be more spread out. I'm going to be doing a lot more running between quests and a lot fewer quests overall. That looks questionable. Curse Splat, that was almost rip. We're just going to shoot straight over in a straight line, and we'll try to leash or drop or spirit res if we get killed. But yeah, she's the only thing we need here, so we're going to make a beeline. What I would like to do is when we go to Stranglethorn, I'm probably going to drop every other quest I have everywhere else. And just clean out the quest log. We're not going to need a lot of quests anyway, as much as we would have needed to without Joyous Journeys, so I feel like it would be okay to drop everything. Alright, so I don't see her. Does she patrol? Not really. It doesn't really seem to indicate that she patrols. Let's kill some stuff and we'll see if she comes out. I don't see that she's anywhere else. I don't see she can spawn anywhere else. I don't see any other markers in Questie on the map or anything like that. And while it's possible somebody just killed her, I hesitate to believe that because everything around her is up and there aren't even any bodies on the ground, so... Well, there she is. Maybe she was one of those mobs where you have to kill a bunch to get her to come out, kind of like Nightlash over in Silverpine. Maybe that's her deal. There we go. We got a Wrangler's Buckler of Fiery Wrath, plus 7 fire spell damage. Okay, let's just head back, and then we will go get Garenzo's arm. We'll turn that in, then we'll run out. And after that, I think it's just us heading towards the Great Lift. We can from the Troll Village, we can hit up Crossroads, jump on a flight point over to Tarajo. And we'll head down to the Great Lift, and we'll get ourselves into Thousand Needles. Do we want a quest there? You know, I think so. I think we do want to do a few quests there. At least get to level 33, 34. Then we drop everything, assuming at that point we want to complete the Wind Totem quest, I think, before heading to Stranglethorn. And we don't know if all of that is going to take place in Thousand Needles, but we'll see.
I've been expecting you. Walk with the Earth Mother.
Oh, we do have an unspent talent point because I am so good at remembering to spend my talents. We definitely want to just get a 100% of our attack power, of our intellect as attack power. It just seems like, that seems crazy to me, but there it is. It's done. So what I take that to mean is that we're getting 57 additional attack power, which seems like a crap ton, but I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe it's like a normal little bonus, like a small percentage overall. So what is our like overall attack power? Our overall attack power is 283. I'm assuming this is this already accounting for the intellect? I wish I could see like a more detailed breakdown. Whoops. Don't know what I was getting into there. We don't need to stop here. I don't know why. Naturally, I just stopped to say hello to Ziz because, you know, he probably gets pretty lonely out here, you know what I mean? He can't even really safely go for walks or get outside. He doesn't have a door, so he's probably in a constant state of stress, fear, and panic. It's probably a hard life. There's one of the XT machines, XT9 most recently. We failed to find him on our Troll Mage in Hardcore. We have to go all the way back to like the canyon wall, and there will be a series of switchbacks that take us up onto the rig. We'll call it a rig. Scaffolding and machinery, and yeah, we'll just call it the rig. It's really easy to just not be able to find this trail at all. It's not clearly marked. It's kind of hidden. And this is one of those areas that I never did this quest in my 20 years of playing until we did it in Classic. It's an area that I had never seen before. I thought for sure that the other guy was gonna come with, and that's why I dropped the totem, but he didn't. He couldn't be bothered to help out. We're gonna have to kill him anyway. Because there's a chest back here. Wait. Oh, there it is. Had a green in it. Merc, Sword of the Whale. Stamina, Spirit. Alright, so that is the arm. Oh, we can mount up here. That's exciting. That's probably the easiest way to get down from there. Let's go turn into Ziz, and then we'll head out to the Troll Village.
Yo! Be good! Have a good one. Talk to me. Stay away from the voodoo.
Come get the voodoo. You be careful, man.
Alright, so with that, we are gonna go to the crossroads. What is this from the item I picked up? What is this? Outside of Razorfen Downs. Okay. Alright, sure. You know, I could be queuing up for dungeons and stuff, I just haven't been. We could do library now. Library's full of caster gear, which would be great if we were casting. I think it only has caster gear in it. We do need it for... Oh, we might not have the quest. We do have the quest. Yeah, we need it for the quest because we have a quest to kill all the bosses. We'll probably do it at some point. You know, I do want to do some 5-mans. I'm more interested in doing stuff at endgame. I don't really care as much about doing stuff as we level up. We can level up so fast with the Joyous Journeys just by questing. Yeah, now the dungeon quests, they give a lot of XP. So there's that. Yeah, we'll see. I think I will be doing more dungeons in Burning Crusade. Just because they're a little bit shorter, they're a little bit smoother. A lot of them, it's easier to pick up the quest. A lot of them have the quest like outside of the dungeon entrance. So, yeah, we'll be doing some quests in BC. I don't know how many we'll do between now and level 58. And apparently we have a breadcrumb to turn in here as well. And a breadcrumb to pick up to go into Desolus. I don't know if I want to pick up the Desolus breadcrumb. I don't think I'm going to go to Desolus because we're going to be spending so much time in Stranglethorn that I don't think I'm going to need to go to Desolus.
Loktar. Strength. Dabu.
Well, not a lot of experience. Would have been better to get that before it went completely gray. It might have been worth like 3,000 or 4,000 when it was green, unfortunately. Oh well, it's fine. We have the Centaur kill quest in Desolus, or in Thousand Needles. That's basically great. It's level 25. We're not going to get full quest experience for it. We're going to get like 1,200 as opposed to like the 3,500 we might have gotten if we had done it at level. But maybe we'll still do that one. I'm kind of actually starting to lean towards just getting our class quest done and going directly to Stranglethorn for like at level questing is going to do so much more for us than questing at lower level places. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do, guys. I am going to put us on a flight over to Taraho. Good, we have the flight point. We're going to run down into Thousand Needles. We're going to get the flight point at Freewind Post. We're going to do the follow-up here for Call of Air. We'll see where this leads. But ultimately, I think the next big place we're going to be leveling is going to be just directly to Stranglethorn at this point. We're going to gain levels so quickly there. We have some level 32, level 31, level 30. So yeah, there's definitely tons of stuff we can start doing right away. And before we know it, even these red quests are going to be well within our range. So that is the plan. We're going to head to Stranglethorn. We're probably going to be able to get like level 38 there, level 40. If we're lucky. We might do some Scarlet Monastery once we can do Armory, because sometimes groups like to do Library, Armory, and like run them sequentially. So maybe we'll wait till like level 34 and we'll jump into Library, we'll do Armory. It'd be great to get the two-handed axe out of Armory. But yeah. Then there's some mail that drops. You know, I don't know if we're close to like level 40, we can roll on the mail. It has strength. I think we more need agility, but you guys let me know. I've seen Shaman take that gear before. Herald's gear, the chainmail gear, it's like level 38, 39 mail. So it's right when warriors are about to learn plate and right when Shaman and hunters are about to get chainmail. But yeah, I'm going to leave it here for now. I need to get some food, refill my coffee, take a little break, and then we're going to be right back at it, following through with the plan. Thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate your continued support on this series. And until next time, take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again soon. Bye for now.